I made a promise to myself when I was sick. I'm going to heal this sickness with my mindset because I know exactly what contributed to this sickness, and it was my mental state. I knew that if I changed my mindset, I would be a completely new person, and this completely new version of me wouldn't have these skin issues. Hey guys, in this video I'm going to talk about lessons I've learned from my diseases. For those who don't know what kind of diseases I've had, it is actually topical cerebrovisual, and you can watch my part 1 and part 2 video here. One of the biggest lessons that I've learned from having my skin issues and skin problems multiple times throughout my life is actually to listen to my body, taking the signals that my body's giving me seriously. And what I mean by it is that I didn't listen to my body and what it was telling me before. I was treating it very badly with my diet, and I was treating it badly with my sleep schedules, and I didn't listen to my body. I didn't understand my body. I wasn't aware of my body and how it was functioning. But now it really taught me to listen to my body, to give it what it needs. If you think about it, your body is doing everything it can to keep you alive. Even though you treat it poorly, it still does everything it can in your power to keep you alive, keep all the organs functioning in alignment with each other. It's a highly intelligent being because it's functioning all on automatic. It doesn't need your help. It knows exactly what it has to do to keep you alive, but you also have to give it the right tools for it to functioning perfectly well. So that is what I've learned, that I have to really take care of something that is taking care of me. The only one that is keep hurting me is actually me, and it's not my body. But I could feel it sometimes, like when I had the skin issues, that my body was betraying me, and I felt betrayed by my body, that it couldn't be in the same way as everyone else. Then I realized that I actually am the one to blame because I didn't listen to my body. It takes a long while for it to show you that it doesn't feel that well. When you're not catching up to the signals and it shows you with a disease that it's not feeling well, then it's too late. So in some way it wasn't my body's fault. I understood that because I didn't want to take responsibility either for how I contributed to my diseases. But when I took that power back by just acknowledge my part in this, then I could also heal myself. Because when I had the diseases, before that I was stressed out for a really long time. Before that I didn't take good care of my body, and that's why my body is reacting in this way. Now I really take care of my body. I really listen to my body, and I give my body what it needs. If it tells me that something is wrong in form of a symptom, for example skin rashes, disrupted sleep schedule, or headache, fatigue, something like that, it tells you it is a symptom that something is not in balance, that something is out of alignment. My job is to find out what it is. That is my responsibility, to discover what my body is telling me and how I can fix that. Sometimes it can be really simple, like stop eating sugar, or stop drinking caffeine, or sleep better, or drink more water, or being in the sun, or taking walks. I feel like these basic things, we make them so big and we make them negotiable because we make other things more important than our body and our health. I don't think that we're so used to listening to our body unless we have gone through something that has taught us this lesson. I think many people just go on automatic. People take health for granted because they feel like they never experience any disease and they will never experience any disease, because that was how I thought before. But now when I have gone through multiple skin issues, then I know the importance of listening to my body and being aware of my body, what it tells me. If you think about it, every single cell in your body is keeping you alive. Every single cell in your body is fighting for your life, and it's eating up everything that is not good for you. Bad cells that is trying to give you diseases, that is trying to attack your body. All you can do is actually to be kind to your body, to listen to it, to take care of it carefully, like you would taking care of your appearance, of your pet, mom. You should treat it like that, and because your body is the only thing you have, and the only thing that you will always have. The second thing that I've learned is the power of our thoughts. What I mean by that is that our mind, our thoughts can actually destroy us, but it can also heal us. I truly believe that all diseases that we have is a dis-ease in our body. there's something that is not at ease in our body, and that's why we get these diseases. Sometimes the only way for you to pause from reality is having a disease. And having this disease gives you time to think about your life. So now when I had the skin issues, I had time to reflect about things. Like I made a promise to myself when I was sick. I'm going to heal this sickness with my mindset because I know exactly what contributed to this sickness. And it was my mental state that contributed to my sickness. How I thought was contributing to where I was right now. So I got an idea, like an intuitive idea, that when I changed my mindset to a healthy one, my external reality have to change as well. So my external reality was my body, was my health. And I did that by not thinking negative thoughts. Of course, you will always think negative thoughts, but you don't have to go in that spiral. Like if you think one negative thought, it will lead to another negative thought. But if you catch yourself on the first negative thought, think about something better. Because I was struggling with a shame and guilt. Instead of feeling shame and guilt, I actually resolved that shame and guilt by being compassionate and forgiving towards myself and accepting that things are as it is and I can't do nothing but to be better. I changed my thoughts by interrupting the negative thoughts and replacing it with something better. And I knew that if I changed my mindset, I would be a completely new person. This will be a completely new version of me. And this completely new version of me wouldn't have this skin issue. So I did that, and after that I actually healed my skin after 3 months. And that is also what I realized. I have the power to destroy myself, but I also have the power to heal myself. It is actually crazy to think about how many people who have healed themselves naturally, like from even more severe sickness, for example, cancer, autoimmune diseases, and stuff like that. So it is absolutely possible to heal yourself with your thoughts. And I did a lot of crazy stuff to heal myself with my thoughts. So I did, like I said, I changed my mindset. I did affirmations, I did journaling, I did visualizations. If you want me to do an in-depth video about it, I can do it for you. The third lesson I learned is accepting and loving myself as I am, exactly where I am. When I was going through topical steroid the second time, at the beginning of it, I actually have to make a decision where I was sitting on my couch. I was sick from work and I had to decide if I wanted to go back to work or if I wanted to be on sick leave, because I couldn't be sick from work for that long. In my mind, I thought that I was running away from the problem, which was that I didn't want to show up at work with my skin looking like this all over my face. And I was having like so much anxiety because I felt like, of course, I have to go to work. And I have to like face my fear of showing my face and showing like I look like this. But then it actually struck me that I was actually not running away from the problem. Because the problem was that I didn't choose me. I didn't choose my well-being. I didn't choose my health. And that is why we are here right now, where I am sick and have to choose between going to work, choosing someone else, choosing the external things that I think will give me validations instead of choosing me, because that was the problem all along. And that is why I am here where I am today and I have to make a choice. Do I want to choose to continue to be sick by choosing something else other than my health all the time, or choosing me? So I actually chose me, and that was like a mind-blowing insight, and it felt so good in my soul when I finally chose me after 2 years and taking back my power. That was the turning point as well, like where I took the problem seriously. So when I was on sick leave, I actually dove deep into myself and I was journaling so much. I was like getting to know myself, accepting and choosing myself and loving myself in the smallest things you do in an everyday to day life. For example, I put only good food into my body. I did yoga, did breath work, spent a lot of time with my mom as well. I healed our relationship. I healed my relationship with myself. And I just felt like, even though I was on sick leave, I felt like I was worthy as I am. I don't have to do anything. I don't have to work my ass off or to prove myself to anyone to feel worthy. Still remember that I felt that way, but now whenever I don't feel worthy because I don't do enough, I will redirect my mind to that place to feel worthy again. Because if you think about it, you are exactly just like any newborn baby. We see them as perfect and whole as they are. So why shouldn't we treat ourselves like a newborn baby? As the newborn baby grows older, we put so much expectations onto it. That is why we measure their worthiness or our worthiness by the achievements. If God look at us, God will say that we are perfect as we are, and God created us perfect and whole because we are an image of God. So that is also something I'm still working on. Like, it's not something that I've completely grasped, but I can always think back how it felt when I felt that feeling of worthiness. So the fifth thing I've learned is the importance of letting go. So before I was a control freak, I've learned throughout these years to let go of control more and more. And when I had the disease, for each day, for each month, my skin got worse and it kept spreading. First it was like some patches like this, and it grew it grew so much that my whole arm was covered in rashes. It looked like I burnt my skin. I had to really let go of knowing when I was going to heal, because I couldn't control that. It was only getting worse and I couldn't see that it was going to get better anytime soon. It was actually until the last month that I saw some sort of improvement. That really taught me to be patient and to let go of controlling when I was going to heal. And I put so much faith into my methods that I was using. I was still continuously and religiously doing my methods. I was still eating the same stuff. I was still applying the same cream. I was still using the same bath. And I did it for so many months till like the last month. So it just taught me that the importance of letting go for your mental health. As I said before, that your mindset is everything when you want to heal yourself or any other thing you want to achieve in this life. It's all about your mindset and having patience, no matter if you don't see any result now. But even now, like, I can apply to my life so much. I'm in a period of my life where I don't have anything that is very stable financially and privately. I don't know how my day can be the next day. By learning the skill of letting go and having faith, believing that everything will work out, that has really helped me right now, because I could be in a state where I'm really stressed out. Because as I said before, I'm a control freak, so I want to have control. I want to know what happened tomorrow. Embracing not knowing, and not knowing is actually really fun, because I think that as a child we are always like that. We're very spontaneous as children, we're very flexible as children, but as we grow older we learn so much about having things to be predictable so we can plan ahead. And I think to be able to have this mindset of being okay with letting go of things and having more trust that everything will work out is by having faith, like having strong faith in something bigger than yourself. It can be God, it can be universe, it can be in your past experience that everything has been fine without you having control over it. But this, like, the importance of letting go has actually like strengthening my relationship with myself, and it has strengthening my relationship with God as well, because when I was like having these skin issues, I prayed a lot. That was one of the things that had helped me. It just feels like someone is always listening to your problems, someone's always wishing you the best and wanting you the best. And I believe that God is not giving you this disease to punish you, but actually the most beautiful lessons in life, which is to learn. For me, the lesson was to appreciate my body and to appreciate what good health meant. The sixth thing I learned is to be grateful for everything I have. If you think about it, everything we have right now is actually not constant. Everything you have right now is in constant motion. So everything is changing all the time, even your body, in your skin, the relationship you have, the time. Nothing is yours forever. So we have to really appreciate what we had. And I had to really learn this, because I was a really ungrateful person before, and that can also like show up sometimes in me, because I feel like that is a default in me, but I really learned to like not take things for granted. Because for example, I took my appearance for granted for a really long time. I was actually born not very good looking, but then I had my glow up, and after my glow up I took it for granted for some reason. It was actually not until I lost my appearance that I actually was appreciative of it, because I learned it the hard way to appreciate what I had. And it was not only my appearance but also my health, because I was taking my health for granted as well. And also like the people around me. When you have everything, like if you are good looking, if you have money, if you have status, these things are something that you can lose. These things are something that can be taken away from you. When you have these things, you will have people around you for several reasons. But when you don't have these things anymore, you will realize which ones are the true ones, which ones are the fake ones. So that is also something that is actually a blessing from God, that you're giving this to realize who will love you more when you don't have anything of these external things. I saw everyone around me for who they were, and I'm actually really blessed as a person. I have the best people around me, and it has always been that way, but I haven't been appreciative of them. After the diseases, I learned that they actually loved me for who I was deep in my core. I even saw more love in them. And that was actually so eye-opening and so crazy. And I felt so blessed to have the best people around me when I was suffering. It wouldn't be easy without them. I would be so much worse without them. I was appreciating that I had them by my side. I was appreciating the money I had as well, so I could be at home and still have money to afford my food on my table, because my food on my table was a little bit more expensive because I wanted to eat clean. And I was so grateful to have a bed to sleep on. I was so grateful to have my mom to help me clean my stuff, because I had to clean my stuff very often. I believe that gratitude will heal you faster as well. Like being grateful for everything is positive for your mindset. It's making you feel much better and seeing things from a different perspective, and that will speed up your healing process as well. Okay, so the seventh thing I've learned is that health is wealth. If you ask someone who lay in their hospital bed, they will all say the same. Their only wish is to be healthy again. Their only wish is to get back their health. And everything else doesn't matter. That is because when you lose your health, you realize to have a healthy body is freedom. And to have a healthy body means that you can do whatever you want, whenever you want. And when I didn't have my health, all I could think about was to have my freedom back. And that was also my only goal. It didn't matter how much money I had. It didn't matter what kind of achievements I've done and not done. It didn't matter who have treated me wrong. It didn't matter how I look or anything. It didn't matter, because all I wanted was to get well again. I've always put my success in something outside of me, and I keep forgetting that even until now. I'm being constantly reminded about that once upon a time health was my only desire, and I actually got it now. I actually can do whatever I want. I can actually eat whatever I want, drink whatever I want, shower however I want, putting on whatever skincare I wanted, putting on perfume. Like I can do so much things that I couldn't do before, like travel. I couldn't travel, and if I was going to travel, I had anxiety because I was scared. I didn't know how my skin would react. I hang around with people without having my health issues in my mind all the time. I keep reminding myself now that I actually accomplished the things that I wanted most in my life once upon a time. I should celebrate this more, and that I actually have everything that I wanted once upon a time. And this is actually what truly matters in life, to have a healthy body surrounded by good and loving people, genuine connections, and to focus on the things that I have rather than things that I don't have. People can be neglecting their body for like 50, 60 years and then have a disease and everything falls apart, but I actually learned it at a very young age, and I'm so grateful having these lessons given to me and not take my body for granted. And also that when we have health, we can have other things as well. The first step to everything is to have a healthy body, a functioning body. If I can accomplish this, healing myself naturally with my mindset, then I can accomplish other things in life as well. I hope you liked this video because I really enjoyed filming it, and it was really nice to just sit and talk to you heart to heart. Whatever you're going through right now, it's a blessing from God. God is giving you this for a reason, and maybe you don't know the reason right now, but later on you will know. It will be for the most perfect reason.